God has had his hand in this throughout the entire story, from the very beginning. I'm Amy Abbott, and I would love to share with you my experience about the foster care system and being a foster care caregiver, and how that led to the adoption of my son, Aaron Abbott. I had always wanted to be a foster care parent, and my home life actually changed, and that really led me to think, what do I actually want to do with my life? What am I passionate about? And foster care was definitely it. And so I started taking classes in January, and by April my house was clear and certified, and it was open for foster care. There are many agencies that you can use to become a foster care parent, and I actually chose Youth Villages. I definitely knew that I wanted a teenager to be in my home because I had a teenager that was a senior in high school that was still living in my home, and I had a daughter that was in college, so I wanted someone a little bit older. So in August, the opportunity came that Aaron had finished all of his treatment in the residential facility that he was in, and he became eligible to transition out into a foster home. The only thing was he was a little bit younger than what I wanted, and I initially said no. And wonderfully, one of my best friends who knows me extremely well said to me, maybe God knows that this kid needs a mom longer than what you think he does. So Aaron eventually came to live in our house because she was right. God has had his hand in this throughout the entire story, from the very beginning.
What's mine is yours, that's what I'm here for.
Whenever I entered foster care, it was kind of nerve-wracking because I didn't know what situation I would be put into. Really mixed emotions until I met Miss Amy, who brought me into her home.
I just remember driving away from the residential facility, and Aaron was in my car, and I think I even said to him, this is such a bizarre feeling that you are in my car and we don't really know one another and you're going to live in my house. And we both kind of felt the same way.
It took me a while to get used to Miss Amy's house because I didn't know anything like it, so like getting used to the rules or like simple things that most people wouldn't expect to be hard to understand.
He didn't know a lot about routines or consistency or structure, and so now he's just thriving and doing great. Well, Aaron is definitely one of the bravest kids I've ever met. He didn't really go to church consistently when he lived with his biological parents, so coming to church here on a regular basis and just walking right into the youth group and just getting to know everyone was remarkable.
My experience here at Highland, like when I first came here, I didn't really know what was going on, so immediately some of the kids started like asking, hey, what's your name? And after a while, those people became my friends.
And just everyone there welcoming him. Like he has gone here since he's been a baby. And he met with Donnie and studied with Donnie about getting baptized, and really felt convicted after Winterfest that was something that he wanted to do. And Alex and Elena and I definitely support that decision, and we just love the church family and everything that they do to support us and him. People have stepped up over and over again just to be involved in his life. I'll be honest, reunification with a family was my goal for being a foster care parent. But again, God has a bigger plan and a better plan. So when the opportunity arose for Aaron to be adopted, through my circumstances changing and his circumstances changing, it all just aligned perfectly. And we decided that that was the best solution.
The adoption day was awesome. Like, I got to go into the chambers with the judge, and like he asked me a ton of questions like, are you being forced to do this? Are you being bribed? No, I was not. But then we got everything signed. I came out, and like a bunch of people from church were there, just like being able to know that I'm gonna have a place to be that I already fit in at was awesome as well.
We believe this family deserves a round of applause.
He has fit in with our family seamlessly. I can't imagine him living anywhere else. It's almost if you just know in your heart that it's the right thing, there's really not a question about it. Like, I didn't really even hesitate. It just seems like a calling, and it just seems like the right thing.
If you ever need someone, I'll be